construct the medians of a right triangle. So I'm given this right triangle in my picture here. It has a right angle. And I'm going to get my compass. And to do the medians, a median goes from a vertice to the midpoint of the opposite side. And to construct a midpoint, the construction is the same as it is for a perpendicular bisector, only the way that you draw the line at the end will be different. So I'm going to start like I'm doing a perpendicular bisector of the bottom segment of the triangle here, again opening it more than halfway for the compass, and then drawing the arc, and then bringing it to the other side of the angle. Fix that, there we go. There we are, other side of that segment, and crossing through. So we have the arc for a perpendicular bisector, and I'm going to do the perpendicular bisector in a light color, connecting those intersections of our arc. Let me adjust the top of this, there we go. So where it crosses the edge of the triangle there is the midpoint, and then I need to connect that point with the vertex of the angle across from that side. So here is the median drawn from the angle opposite that side to that midpoint. So there's the first median. So this picture is going to get very messy as we go through here. I'm going to do the perpendicular bisector of the hypotenuse right now. I'm going to change the color on the compass, and I need to widen it. Remember, it needs to be more than half of the length of the segment, so I'm just extending this to be more than half of that length, if I can get a hold of it. There we go. And my kids are playing pretend and being loud, so, but you know, it's Sunday and they're just having a good time, so I'm gonna just let them. So we're gonna draw perpendicular bisector arcs from that edge, bring it over to the other edge of that segment, crossing through. Remember, you need two intersections of the arcs, one above the line and one below the line, and then connecting those intersections. I missed, I'll have to adjust that. So fixing that, there we go. Where that crosses the edge of the triangle is going to be the midpoint of that side, and then we need to connect that with the angle across from that side, which in this case is the right angle. We'll go to that dot there. And the side I haven't done yet is this left side. Like I said, this picture is probably the craziest of any of them. Here we go. Bringing it to that side and then opening it more than half of the length of the side. Drawing our arc. Come on, there we go. Flipping that around. Bring it to the other end of that side. Drawing the arc. Connecting with a straight edge. That point on the edge of the triangle is the midpoint, and I need to connect that point with the vertex across from it. The only angle that you haven't drawn a red line from. There we go. And then you can see that all three of them are crossing in the same point. That means you did a good job on your construction, that you were able to get them to all hit in the same spot. That's called the centroid, where the medians intersect, called the centroid. It's the center of gravity, which is really neat about that point. And what it does is, and you're going to be measuring to kind of explore this about it, but where they intersect, that point of concurrency breaks the median up to where you have one piece of it that's 2/3 of the whole length and the other one that's 1/3. And so it's 2/3 the distance from the vertices of the triangle, and then the other little part is 1/3 of the whole length. And what that means is that the short piece is half of the long piece, because 1/3 is half of 2/3. And so we can do a lot of math with, they could put expressions on here, and you could do some solving depending on what you're given.